Let's talk about stakeholder analysis. We'll look at what it is and how to do it. A few minutes from now, I want you to be thinking about how you can use this knowledge to influence the key stakeholders in your world. So most projects or change programs involve or have impact on many people. The larger the project, the more likely it is that it will impact people who have power and influence over it. Best case scenario is that these people are advocates of what you're trying to achieve, but in some cases they may be blockers of your progress. Stakeholder analysis is all about engaging the right people in the right way in order to win support for your project. So how do we do it? Stage 1 is to identify your stakeholders. And the best way to do this is simply to brainstorm who your stakeholders are. This is anybody who may be affected by your project, who may have influence or power over it, or just an interest in its successful or unsuccessful conclusion. They may be inside or outside your organization, such as colleagues, managers, customers, or suppliers. Stage 2 is to prioritize your stakeholders. And some of these stakeholders may have the power to either help or hinder your project. Others may just have an interest in what you're trying to achieve, while others may not care. So now we need to plot these stakeholders on a simple grid, according to their power over your work and by their interest in your work. Someone's position on the grid determines the approach you should take with them to get the best results. So high power, interested people. These are the individuals you must fully engage and make the greatest efforts to satisfy. With high power, less interested people, you need to put enough work in to keep them satisfied, but avoid boring them with your message. Low power but interested people need to be kept adequately informed and can be used to check there are no major issues on the horizon. Often, these people can be helpful with the detail of your project too. Finally, low power, less interested people. Again, monitor these people, but don't bore them with excessive communication. Stage 3 is about understanding your key stakeholders. And by asking the right questions, it can be easy to understand their motivations and why they're either advocates or opponents of your plan. This will provide an insight into how to manage them and their expectations. You may choose to factor this into your grid by using a simple red, amber or green colour code to reflect the negative, neutral and positive stakeholders respectively. So why use a stakeholder-based approach? Well, you can use the opinions of the most powerful stakeholders to shape your project early on. This makes it more likely they'll support you, and their input may also improve the quality of your project. Gaining support from powerful stakeholders can help you win more resources and again increase the likelihood of a successful project. By engaging with stakeholders early and often, you can ensure they fully understand what you're doing and the benefits to them. This means they can provide support where and when necessary. And finally, you can anticipate what the reactions to your project may be and structure your plan to win support. To recap then, stakeholder analysis enables us to identify and understand the most important stakeholders in our projects. We do this by brainstorming to make a list of who our stakeholders are. We then prioritise them by power and interest and plot this on a grid. Finally, we establish how to win them round by understanding what motivates and influences them. How can you use these techniques in your world?